Hi guys, and welcome back to 97 Projects. My name is Amy and this week's project is a kitchen makeover. Stay tuned to find out how I turn this into this for just £150. We'll get straight into it by taking the doors off the hinges and taking all the hardware off. Start lightly sanding it. And then I took some hot soapy water and a scourer and just tried to scrub as much of the dirt and the grease off the doors. The cupboards are a fairly cheap laminate and chipboard mix, so there's not really much for the paint to stick to in terms of grain, so any grease on there will make it 10 times worse. You probably already spotted, but yes, that is a closed drying rail behind me. I used that to keep all of the smaller doors on there to dry them off nicely between coats of paint and water. For the cupboards I did 3 very thin layers of paint and let it dry between coats. If you watched my first video, 4 projects 1 paint pot, you will have seen that my favourite brand of paint at the moment is French. And the shade I'm using for the cupboards is called Cool Beans. And if you saw my second video, what part of me building Lego for 20 minutes and not saying a word to you didn't you like? No, I won't give you a refund. Stop calling me, Mum. I bought my house 3 years ago, but I've always wanted the same sort of style kitchen with dark blue cabinets with brass handles and a marble top, which works really well if you've got a house like this person with all the natural light coming through the window, but in my small kitchen it would just be too dark. While I was waiting for each of the coats to dry on the doors, I painted the cupboards themselves and the kickboards. Then it was time to put the handles back on the doors and reattach to the cabinets. I will leave a link in the description for this saucepan lid holder, also the chopping board holder, plate rack and spice rack that you will see in a minute. The next job was to clean the tiles ready for painting. Again, I'm going to be using French paint, but this time the colour is called Dazzle Me, which is a nice white colour, to try and freshen up these cream dirty tiles. I ended up doing about 3 coats of this and then touching up wherever needed. Because I was using white paint, it didn't really matter too much if I painted over the grout. You can get these white grout pens, so if you did want to paint the tiles in a different colour, you could go over the grout with that pen. Don't do what I did and stick vinyl onto the tiles, because it will pull every single layer of paint off after you just painted it. I was trying out an idea as a backsplash and ended up ripping half the paint off the wall. My next task was to prepare the walls and paint them in a white emulsion I had left over. A little before and after of the small window. The tiles painted in the same colour as the cupboards just to tie it in, and then the frame is painted in Dazzle Me, which is the white colour I used for the tiles. I also bought a 750ml tub of blackjack, as I was originally going to stencil that onto the floor. I didn't end up using too much of it though, because I used laminate instead. What I did use it for though, I may have gone too far at this point, but I did paint my coffee pots in the same colour as my kitchen. That's it for this week, but make sure you tune in next week to see the final result. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss next week's.